against Tarasenko. He is a very stable guy on his feet, so he's hard to knock off those pucks. Kind of like Duchesne in a way, but maybe even a little bit stronger. So it will be a fun challenge to play against them.
See a lot of similarities between these two teams?
Us and them?
Yeah.
I think so, yeah. Both kind of big groups. Got that physicality aspect, got the skill, the compete level, and hopefully the confidence.
Their D is especially big. Not that you guys lack it, but you've got the 2'5'9" guys.
Yeah.
They don't. They're all 6'2", 6'6". So if you're looking at that, what's kind of the key to wearing that out?
I think with bigger guys, you can expose foot speed at times. With the speed that we have within our forward group, as long as we continue to drive them wide and expose that area of the game. I'm not saying all of their defensemen are slow by any means, because they have some really good players. I've personally looked at Colton Parayko. I think he's a great player, and tried to watch and kind of emulate certain things in my game with his. But other guys, you can maybe get around a little bit more and hopefully expose that area of the game.
Brandon,
Can you characterize the best things that Patrice brings to this team? I'm sure it's a long list, but just in general and what it's been for you playing with somebody who's, you know.
Yeah, I don't think there's any particular thing that I could characterize as everything. I think when you see him and the way that he is, especially after 3 years of experience with him, you just kind of think of him as Mr. Perfect. So we have a lot of fun, teasing him with that kind of stuff. But
Is that the hair or the game or what?
everything. That guy's just, he's got it all. As a younger guy, you definitely look up to somebody like him, just with all that he's accomplished, but mainly the man that he is off the ice. He's so nice to all of us young guys. He's always there for us. When I've been injured, he's been one of the first guys to personally text me, and it's just fantastic. His character is truly something that you strive to be like.
Can you imagine, like him coming up and sticking at that age? Like, what does that say just about his talent level, his skill level, whatever it might be?
Yeah.
But that he's stuck at that age.
I wasn't able to watch him at that age,
Right.
but I'm sure he was the same player that he is now. He's a great two-way forward, does everything right on both sides of the puck, and just the way that he's so responsible within his game is really impressive. That's why he's been, one of the guys nominated for the Selkie of the Year, because he's just so perfect in that way.
How does he respond to Mr. Perfect?
I think he just kind of brushes it off, but overall, it's a compliment the way that we all look at it.
What do you think of the idea of scrimmaging tomorrow as opposed to Sunday practice?
I think it'll be fun. I think it's good for us to get back in that game mentality a little bit, just to get out there, move pucks, have a little forecheck pressure. 5-on-5 is especially different. In practice, you can do 3-on-3 little battles and whatnot, but having a full team game is really good for us to do.
Some risk involved, though, maybe?
I think guys will be smart overall.
Not expecting to see any fights out there or anything, right?
Unless they put me and Kruger on different teams.
Can I ask you a little about the history of the game? The last time the Bruins played the Blues, I was 9 years old and you weren't born.
Yeah.
But there's a statue outside of TD Garden showing Bobby Orr flying through the air.
Absolutely.
What do you make of that, the history of that, and Orr himself? Have you met him? What do you think of the whole thing?
I've met Mr. Orr a couple times. Great human being, great character, always has a smile on his face. But the hockey legend that he is in Boston, that's what's really cool about this city in general is all the history here. So as I've been living here, I got to learn more about the sports history and the side of things. I didn't know that was against the Blues, to be honest, when that famous picture was taken. But it's pretty cool to be back in this position this many years later and see guys that you've looked up to in this position, and then being a part of it.
You mentioned the sports history.